All right, I'm almost there.
Oh my God.
Okay, all right, fine. Stop. It's producing is a fine art. It's a fine art. You just can't start a show. You have to dial in a show, right? So you don't know because you don't do shows.
I'm doing a show right now. I'm on a show.
You are a show. You are on a show. You're on our show.
Yeah.
Because I'm Ian Esty, and this is...
Brian Godsoe.
And?
We need to do this.
No, that's not the name of the show. It's Ian and Godsoe.
Need to do this.
No.
Have to do this.
Have to do... Jesus, man. What is this, your first day? We canned the pilot like a week ago.
Yeah.
You've watched it 23 times.
And I said Gotta back then, too. So.
You know, like 23 views on the thing, and I'm sure it's you watching it over and over and over again.
It only ever counts the first view.
With a big piece of paper over my side of the frame. And you just ogling yourself going,
why would I put a piece of paper there and not just minimize the window and move you over? Like, what do, you Amish piece of shit?
I'm just a little older. I think a little differently. And I'm not a piece of shit. God. Oh, my God, man.
Speaking of pieces of shit, I heard you had a rough week.
Oh, really? Oh, that's your segue? You know, this is actually your second attempt at this. You think you could have done a little better?
I think it was
Did you
pretty
write
great.
that? Did you write that while I was resetting the camera?
It was off the cuff.
Off the cuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do everything by the seat of my gut.
That's a lot to work with, my friend. Okay, so... So... Every week we want to do a little bit about what's going on in the news.
Oh, my favorite thing is going on.
Oh, your favorite thing's going on.
I couldn't wait to talk about this ever since it happened a couple days ago.
You drew this to my attention, and normally I'm not following that weird freak. What's with the hair? I just don't understand. It's like, did he just comb it over from his ass? Like, anyway.
It's a toupee. Like, what's more to be said about that hasn't been said?
It's not a toupee,
like
though.
Hundreds of hack comedians.
No.
Like, you're gonna start like doing a Donald Trump impersonation, then punch you.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Every time I try to impersonate an American, it always sounds like George W. Bush. America. So Donald Trump gets up today and he starts talking, or not today, but this week, yesterday,
yeah.
And he starts talking about his new vision for the military, a new branch for the military.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, what's it called?
Space Force!
Do that again. 1, 2, 3.
Space Force! I would like to know more.
So... the idea is to create a new branch of the military, a new force, and call it Space Force.
Oh, it's so great.
This can only be a Trumpism. This is crazy.
I thought it was like an Onion article, or like just a meme that somebody came up with that they thought was funny.
Oh no, baby.
But then I heard the actual speech, and it went something. I don't want to do an impression, but like you kind of have to do his cadence a little bit. It's like we have decided that space is a new warfighting arena, so we thought we should have a force, like the Air Force is in the air, and the ground forces have the Army. We should have a space force, a force going into space. And also, we're going to Mars, and we would have never gotten to Mars if Hillary won.
What? What the hell does that have to do with it? No, listen, I'm telling you. Okay, so, this isn't new. Here's the thing. This time last year, almost to the year, they actually had legislation before one of the houses, whether it was, the Congress or whatever other house the Americans use. I'm so ignorant. They actually had legislation where they were going to create a subdivision, I believe, under the Air Force and call it Space Corps. C-O-R-P-S. Space Corps.
Do they have some sort of gate, like connected to the stars, perhaps?
Space Corps.
That they could access? Like, is this going to be like a clandestine thing? Or no, it's not clandestine anymore because it's out there.
But
now we know.
But what are they going to do? Like, seriously. I mean, like, they can't even get astronauts into space anymore without the Russians. Every time they need an astronaut to get to the space station, it's going from a Soyuz capsule launched in Russia.
Then they're going to have to shoot Russian spaceships with their space lasers. And after that, like, I mean, we have documented evidence in South America sometime around 1985 where an elite commando team was picked apart by an alien life form. Like, and these guys were tough hombres.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm making a Predator joke.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
If we don't...
And I'm supposed to get that?
What, you never seen Predator?
No, I've never seen Predator. Yes, of course I've seen Predator. But it wasn't relevant when it came out, so it's not really relevant now.
The point is, if we don't stop the Predators...
Let off some steam, Bennett.
That's Commando.
Damn it.
Get your fucking movies right.
Friggin'
If you would have said, stick around, or if you would have said, hey, you want to hear this joke about my girlfriend's vagina? It's too big. It's too big. Echo. No, that's not verbatim. Or if you would have, in a Jesse Ventura voice, came up to me and said, bunch of slack-jawed faggots around here. Because he's chewing Shaw. And this is a verbatim quote from the movie, by the way. This is not how I feel about the LGBTQ community.
You just want to keep pushing those boundaries. And
Well, it's a movie quote. Edit it out if you want. I don't care.
I'm not going to edit it out. I'm not going to hang you out to dry. I'm going to chop edit this so it sounds even worse.
You're going to make me sound like fucking some awful... Well, anyways, Space Force.
Space Force.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Okay, so how do you vision the Space Force working?
Well, you kind of ruined a talking point I was going to make because I had a theory, but with your facts, you kind of threw that out. But how I envision it kind of plays on this theory anyways, so, we'll just go with that. So, just last week, Trump had a meeting with the ESRB about the violent video games.
Oh, those guys.
So my theory is he saw, 5 minutes of Halo, and he's like, whoa, what was that? Are we not do we have stuff like... Are we doing that? So how I envision Space Force is going to be, we're going to have, Terminator 2 / Aliens-esque, drop ships. We're going to have, a bunch of, teenagers kidnapped at birth and trained to kill on an off-site planet to be made into the finest warriors known as the Spartans. And we're just going to have to fight the Covenant to protect our home.
Okay, you need to stop playing video games. I think
you need to start
so
you
come
get my
on.
references.
I'm part of the generation that invented video games. All right, we're done with that. Space Force.
Space Force. We'll talk about that on a future show.
Billions of dollars, trillions of dollars is what the critics are saying this will cost, and they still can't feed their own people.
Oh, but we're going to space, baby.
Let's go.
Pale blue dot, no more.
We gotta get Elon Musk's car back for him. Is what we gotta do right there. All right, speaking of brilliant comedy writers, see, it takes there's two people to get a joke across in a show like this. There's the guy that writes it,
right,
and then there's the comedic genius, such as myself, that can deliver it and get a laugh.
Sure.
Yeah. So that segues into our first guest. Our first guest on our second show is a comedy writer. He is the land behind Hoveland, to which, I have some tie to and you have some tie to. He is the effervescent and ever-present Adam Landry.
I was here the whole time.
You were here the whole time.
Where's that paper towel at?
Why?
Oh, yeah.
I've been waiting to blow my nose for several minutes because I know you told me to keep it down in here. Which I don't think is a reasonable request. Also, what did you just call me? Ever something?
Effervescent.
I think you said
Effervescent and ever-present.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a compliment.
Is that the band that does that song Going Under?
Oh, Jesus.
Edit that out.
Oh, God, I can't. It's peaking. I have to. It's peaking. All right.
Yeah, get him. Get him.
Hey, Adam.
What's up?
Lean into the light, baby. Let it kiss your forehead. Let it kiss your forehead. What are you consuming here?
Nothing.
Wow. That looks like a nice lady drink
No,
right
it's
there.
masculine.
It's masculine?
Black flies.
Oh.
Like insects.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, only men would want to drink down liquid black flies infused with alcohol and watermelon.
So I have a question. What do the three of us have in common?
We've got beards.
We all have beards. Yeah, mine's better than your guys's, but
Less
yeah.
of a beard. You have part of one.
Well, it's not really part of
I
one.
guess it's more of a
You're missing
goatee.
2 parts of it, so it's not the whole thing.
Yeah, that's not something all 3 of us have. Shit, sorry. How about we're all excited for Space Force?
Are we all
I'm not
excited for
about
Space?
Space Force one bit.
Well, you should be.
Why? I don't believe in that.
Well-
That's all just part of the. It's just the patriarchy at it again. Now we have to go to space. That sounds not,
But you're, for lack of a better term, an enthusiast of Mr. Donald.
No, I'm not.
I thought you were a fan.
No, I don't like Donald Trump at all because I found out
Oh.
some stuff since last time. I didn't
Alright.
know about the patriarchy, so I've got a new series I'm working on. What? I've got a new series that I'm working on, and I'm going to get to the bottom of some stuff. It's called Adam Landry Smashes the 10 Commandments. I'm going to start right from the start. We don't need them anymore. They're outdated.
Sacrilegious.
Yeah.
That
Name
is
me a
sacrilegious.
commandment right now, and I'll tell you how it's attributing the patriarchy, and
Okay.
it's actually a bad
Alright.
thing to do that commandment. All the
I got one.
commandments I have this kind of defense.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
I'm okay. Well, I got an idea for that written down, but the thing is, I'm not positive I know for sure what adultery is. We can go to a different one. I don't want to.
I got one.
Okay.
In that case, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Yeah. I don't. Okay.
Because you covet
and what
first
was
and
the-
you adultery after.
Yeah, but okay,
Like,
so
because you can't do adultery without the coveting.
It's coitus outside of a lawfully binding marriage.
yeah, what I'm saying. Okay, well, let's do the
have
adulting one.
you done that?
That cheated? No, I actually never have.
Cheated,
Okay,
had
okay, you know
coitus
what? I'll
outside.
tell you what I think about. I don't know
Oh, when I wasn't
the
married
convent
anymore.
one. I don't know that one, but the adult one, I do have some stuff about. If you can't commit adultery, okay, how is anybody ever gonna grow up? Okay, we got to get there someday. I'm just saying, you can't tell people it's gonna happen anyway. So you automatically are screwed right out of the gate because you're gonna get old. You're gonna become an adult. You can't even help but commit that commandment. So get it out of there.
So you're saying Moses was holding back our development, putting us in this arrested development for several years?
He was trying to, but it didn't work, and now we're just all sinning because look, everyone here,
What do you mean, everyone here? I'm not a sinner. Well, I'm
We're
a sinner.
adults.
I suppose I'm a sinner.
you said it. Thou shalt not adult. It's,
Oh no, not. Well, I kind of did say that as I was stumbling along, but adultery.
yeah, so I'm gonna go through every one of these commandments and explain how we don't need any of them anymore.
Thou shalt not kill.
Yeah, that I think you should be able to kill because if we can't kill, how are we going to get rid of the patriarchy? Where are they going to go? We don't have room for them anywheres, okay? The earth is overpopulated as it is. Get them out of here by killing them, or we could use that Space Force if they want to go. But they're not coming back once they're out.
How do you feel about the Space Force? Are you pro?
If it's going to take the whole patriarchy with it once and for all, then yeah, get it off the planet. But
Station the patriarchy on Venus.
if the Space Force is just going to be a bunch of toxic masculines standing around on Earth, we don't need that. There's too many of them.
Oh, this is a new side, Adam.
Yeah, well, I
never
didn't
seen
know that there was
before.
a... Look,
right.
I don't want to be oppressing people. So that's why we have to kill anyone who is too masculine.
So, that's definitely not any one of the three of us. So, all right. So, no.
This is
The
so good.
question was, what do the three of us have in common? Now I'm gonna have to rewatch this several times to figure out where this
yeah.
got derailed.
Well, you guys could agree with me about the commandments, and we could have that in common.
No,
You know, I'm
There
trying
must-
to come around on his definition of adultery.
there must be law. There must be law and order. So,
Do we all like Law and Order? Is that what
so
it is?
we
Jerry Orbach's a god.
we all work on the TV show Hard Times.
That's right, we do.
Yes, we do. The last episode of season 1, which is coming out on April Fool's Day, April 1st.
Which you'll see like a link towards the Hard Times page, like right about here,
Right here, actually.
right there.
Yeah, right in
Look at that!
front
Look
of
at
the
that!
mic.
There it is.
Ptoof, it's magic.
How about that?
So, you did a lot of the work on set, and you played a character. Who's your character?
I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, you do. The Dirty Old Pete.
Yeah, Dirty Old Pete. I didn't get to pick the name.
Why not? We thought it was fitting.
Well, I didn't like. I don't. It's a bit of an insult, though, isn't it?
No.
If
It's
your
not
name was
you.
Pete, sure.
Yeah, but it's Pete's part of the insult. It's like, oh, here comes Adam. We're not gonna call him that. and we're gonna say he's dirty and old on top of it. I'm not even the oldest one there. How come you don't have old in your name?
Well, because I play 2 or 3 different characters.
Yeah, every one of those characters is older than me, so it doesn't even make a whole lot of sense.
I'd say Satan is the oldest character.
Yeah.
Like on the show.
Yeah, so why isn't there dirty old Satan?
Could have
I
been.
could just be either, I guess, regular Pete. I'd be okay with.
It could have been dirty old Satan.
Yeah.
It certainly
Been
could
like
been.
squeaky clean Pete.
Squeaky clean Pete.
Yeah, I don't want to. Well, that's.
Smudgy Pete.
I don't want to set false expectations.
Dusty Pete.
I'd be okay with Dusty.
So, are you excited for season 2, which
Absolutely.
starts production this month?
God no.
Why not?
It's gonna be a nightmare. We're gonna have to do that all again.
Yeah, but we have less episodes.
But,
Yeah.
but I have to do my own one this time. They said.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, and I'm not. Yeah.
We even have a surprise guest star.
Yes, I'm directing the episode with the surprise guest star. God help us all. We're not allowed to say who it is. But we can say that it is a minor local celebrity. By local, I mean maritime celebrity. A minor maritime. You know what? Let's take that all out. Let's start again. Let's just say cool celebrity. We'll just leave it at that.
He was pretty cool. He was my favorite character on the thing that he was on.
I was impressed. He was better than dirty old Pete. Had a better handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they knew how to write.
What are you going to do for your episode that's different than the rest?
Just gonna set it to music.
So it's gonna be like
Are we going to do a musical?
like the musical
dare
episode of
you.
They're not
Buffy.
gonna know it's a musical, but I'm gonna make it one.
I double dog dare you. Okay. So, Adam, one of the things that Brian and I like to do in every show is we like to talk about something filmy. So what we have is a trailer here for a film that Brian is incredibly excited for.
Well, not so much because like as a film on its own, if it weren't for one specific like factor of it, it'd probably be just something forgettable I might watch on Netflix a year or 2 from now. But the hook is.
Cue it up.
Yeah, we'll cue up the trailer.
No, keep going. The hook is.
The hook is the main star. Looks like a incredibly like close to my heart star of yesterday, Charles Bronson.
We talked about him in the first episode.
We did. We talked about the new Death Wish, and this actually, because I was kind of pro the new Death Wish, like I thought it was okay, but it was fun. This kind of makes me anti that because they could like not only could they have saved money, but how much more awesome would it be? And we'll put a picture of the guy up. If like they got this guy who looks just like Charles Bronson, who will be over here somewhere next.
Oh yeah, way to make me work in post. Here, let's play it.
Mosquito Entertainment.
It's got to be quality.
Look at him.
It helps prevent future crimes.
I'm back.
There's a
I've only been dead for a couple of years.
I was making a sandwich.
scumbags.
I was using the bathroom.
We want you to get that audio straight.
Like, other than this movie looks like it's just gonna be like something like we would have made. Which, you know, we should make something like this really, but fucking, I mean, look at him. It's Death Wish 6.
Death kiss.
What if the movie isn't any good?
Oh,
And then you just spend all this time saying how great it's going to be, and you're going to look like an idiot.
Oh, I'm pretty sure idiocy is a foregone
I'm just,
conclusion.
why didn't you watch the whole movie before you just watch that part?
Well, the trailer's out to get us excited about the movie.
yeah, I'm responding to the advertising.
I don't get excited about nothing no more.
That was a sure you do.
Yeah.
I've seen you excited.
Yeah, but not about things that are coming out. I get excited about stuff that already is out. You can't be excited about a thing coming out because
Oh, I don't know. I remember talking to you when they announced the second coming of Twin Peaks, and you were basically you were all Twitter-pated.
yeah, but that show don't make no sense. So it couldn't have been
It's
bad.
right up your alley.
Yeah.
Exactly.
the
But you were
woodsman
excited
says-
for it.
We can go over that again when he comes into the radio station. The poem they recite.
This is the water, this is the well.
Yeah.
Drink full and descend. The horse is the white of the eyes, and the dark within.
It's so good. And then that fucking like grasshopper crawled out of that little girl's throat.
That episode was by far the best one.
That might be some of the best television I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Period.
Not bad, not bad. I didn't get
You've
through
drugged me into normalcy.
I did drag you into normalcy. Aha, sucks to be you. So, I wanted to talk to you about flat Earth.
Yeah, what do you want to know?
Because you're a flat earther.
Well, it is flat.
No, it's not.
It might be.
No, it's not.
Could be.
Didn't you see Elon Musk launch his car and spaceman into space?
Yeah, I
It was
saw it.
pretty
Fake-looking.
clear. Fake looking?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You know, yeah, it is fake looking because here's the thing. They put that camera's on the car. The car's going by the Earth. There's parts where the Earth's chugging in the background.
Chugging.
Chugging, and he ain't.
Chugging.
And it could be a thing about compression, saying that, oh yeah, it's cut out the whole spaceman and he's not compressed. The Earth goes like that.
No, that's called parallax.
No, it ain't.
That's the
It's
parallax
doing this,
effect.
It's doing this, and then it goes.
No, no.
Okay, it does that. I
can
can
you-
show you if you want.
Can you explain the parallax effect?
So I can, actually.
Oh, thank
so
Try to explain the fact that it has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, whilst I bring up the cold hard evidence.
I have a camera.
And I know more about that than you do.
Oh, would you
because
stop?
I actually do work in a 3D environment sometimes.
You live, work in a You live in a 3D.
No, I meant on the computer. I do 3D, 2.5D more so.
Oh, so kind of like taking 2D.
Two-dimensional images in the 3D space.
Right.
Z space. It's Z space. Huh?
Space Force.
Z space. Space Force. All right, Adam. What would you like to talk about today? We're running out of time, so you might as well
I'm
have
gonna prove you wrong on this space thing.
On what space
You said
thing?
the Earth's
Oh,
not
the
flat.
flat Earth thing. Are you still on that? My God! Next thing you'll tell me is the Earth is
Hey,
the
you
center
know,
of the
I got another
universe.
question for you.
What?
You know, with all the spaceships that go around, what are they called? Satellites.
Sure.
Why are they? Oh, I'll turn it down. Why are they covered in tinfoil?
To
I-
keep
I
the
don't think
government
it's
from getting their identity.
I don't think it's tinfoil.
Yeah, but what does cover it? Why do they use that? It looks like tinfoil.
Well,
Gamma rays?
I'm sure to keep out radiation, dust, debris.
What if there's no gamma radiation protection?
Insulation.
And, like everyone's the Hulk all of a sudden.
Transient current from
Look, I'm not a
solar
science guy.
stuffs.
What was the question again?
So if they didn't have enough gamma protection,
Yeah.
then everyone on board's just gonna be the Hulk.
Yeah, but what about like outside of the ship where they don't really have to worry about that because nobody's out there? How come they put tinfoil all over the outside too? Couldn't they just put the tinfoil inside? Wouldn't that make more sense? It'd be less dangerous.
Well, something's got to be on the exo side of it.
No reason for why that tinfoil's there.
Yeah, there is, dude.
It better facilitates the cooking of potatoes.
It makes it easier to see them from space because they're reflecting the light.
They say that they're
that
there
a-
to protect the instruments.
It is to protect the
Yeah,
instruments.
well then how do you send a regular old car with a radio out into space and expect that radio to work for the rest of any time?
They wrapped it in tinfoil and then stuck
They
it in
didn't.
the
Where's
panel.
the tinfoil?
You know what else they didn't
my
do?
God.
Guess what? Elon
So-
Musk says he did.
You know-
Nothing. And he doesn't know how long it would last, and they just sent it up anyway.
You know what else they didn't do? They didn't sterilize the vehicle or anything in it. And that was one of the big criticisms by real scientists and astronauts, was that they kind of loosely launched it towards Mars, and if it had hit Mars, which it probably won't, but if it had hit Mars, then it could have carried microbes and contaminated.
Oh, just like killed all whatever life might still exist in hibernation on that cold dead planet.
Word. But they don't know that it's dead. There could be a habitable zone under
What do you
the
think
soil.
Carl Sagan would say if he was alive to see this?
I think Carl Sagan would talk to
He'd
us
say it's
about
fake.
a little blue dot.
That speech is moving, by the way. I go
is.
to that every once in a while.
Adam says the photo's fake. He does.
What photo?
The little blue dot photo.
Well, it's not. If you crush the contrast on it, there definitely is a box around it. People say that it's because it got put on there. But the other thing is, the other possibility that they've used as an excuse to say that it's because they exposed it differently in the darkroom, so they had to cut it out, and they just cut a square around it because you wouldn't have been able to see it without cranking the exposure.
A little blue cube. Square. A little blue square.
Floating as a mote of dust in a sunbeam.
All right. So, unless, Adam, you can come up with something quick to keep this flat Earth
Well,
thing
I'm gonna
going.
find this video for you that shows the chugging Earth. and you can put it up, and people can judge for themselves.
All right, so we'll put the link to Adam's video right here.
Yeah, we're a neutral podcast. We don't take sides. We're objective.
What?
We're objective.
Sure.
About Space
And we're
Force.
not about Space Force. We're not a podcast. We're a vlog.
Oh, every time you say it.
Vlog.
Want to see a trick with this pencil?
Look, mine's made of rubber.
Do you have any more topics on there? or
Yeah,
what?
I do. I got one more thing. So we decided that we are going to start the first of what will probably be many competitions between the two of us. And during this competition, we are going to have a consequence for the loser and, something nice for the winner. And our first contest is, are you ready?
All right, I'm down.
Ow. I'll take that out. The Tinder Challenge. The Tinder Challenge.
Explain to me the rules.
Well, the rules are simple. I have a phone. I am going to download and create a Tinder account
Gotcha.
with my face. Right? You have to use your real picture. Got to use a picture of you.
Of course.
Okay? And you will do the same. And we will activate these anytime during tomorrow. But, so the next day after filming, so the next morning, whoever starts early, well, you get a head start, right? So we can activate our accounts tomorrow.
Okay.
And this time, when we come back, this time next week, the person who has the most likes is the Tinder champion.
Well, I'm pretty much going to be on the show from here on out since I decided to do that. So can I be in your challenge?
Well, when did you decide to do that? When did
it's
you?
in my contract.
What
I said
contract?
I,
I didn't sign no
unless
contract.
I could come on
You
every
gave
other
him a
night.
blank piece of paper and he drew up a contract.
And you signed it.
And it looks like your handwriting. Too.
What do you- dude, I cut a finger off. I look like a 4-year-old handwriting.
It's
Well,
very
that's why it's
easy
so
to
easy to
copy,
copy, yeah.
but I didn't do that though. This time it's real. Anyway,
It's
I'll
legally
look at-
binding.
I'll
I'm
look
gonna
at
do the
this
challenge
paper.
too, and I got an idea. What if we did this?
What?
What if we rotate out such that, I'm writing for you, but it's your picture and so forth, and whoever. So that way you're going purely on the picture's merit, because the other person's not going to help you. Who's writing for you?
Oh, yeah, actually, that's a good point that he's bringing up. What are the rules surrounding when we get a match dialogue? Does there have to be some?
Nope.
If there is, we're gonna talk about it on air though.
No,
Okay.
come on, that's all I'm good at. You got to have the dialogue.
Why? Oh, you want to show the dialogue?
How about we get
we can
extra
talk about
points
it at
for every
least, yeah.
message back,
All right, so you get. Oh,
up
no.
to a certain amount. And then
That
it's
means
like
you're
a
gonna be chatting with these
conversations
lucky
always.
ladies.
No, I don't want to be doing that. I just want the likes.
It's just for the
And then they'll meet dead silence afterwards.
just for the internet. Just say you're looking to make a friend.
Just make it in a different city.
What? No,
Just
it's
say
got to
your-
be St. John.
Your benefits
Why?
package is
I
a
don't
little
know.
lighter.
Well, there's 400 girls in St. John. You think that's nice to do? They're gonna mostly know you anyway.
They're all gonna swipe left anyhow.
Do you know what? No, they won't. I'm winning this hands down.
Let's
I
just
mean,
pretend we live in a different city.
Moncton.
Yeah, sure. Same as us. With a bigger population.
Oh, we could take the range and we could just max it out, and then we're just talking to chicks from fucking Quebec.
Yeah, but you
No.
gotta lie on the account so that they don't, because they won't match with you if you're from St. John and they're from Quebec.
We're not lying from the account. I'll really be Ian.
But you won't. You're lying. You're not gonna go on a date with any of these women. That's the lie. The whole thing is based on a lie.
We're playing I will actually go on dates with them.
Okay, how about just Ian has to make his attempt because he's the non-single one.
Oh, I'll keep mine in town. I mean, Tanya doesn't watch his show. My girlfriend.
How
Not
far
yet.
back is it going to be cut?
It's not going to be cut at all. This is the conversation. All right, so we're agreed. We create our Tinder accounts.
Mm-hmm.
We tell them we live in Moncton.
I'm actually gonna have to reset mine
Turn your look.
so I can get max.
You have one now?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm single. Ian. I'm lonely.
Aw,
Sitting there in my fucking apartment surrounding garbage.
is that why you come over here once a week, buddy?
I come here because this fucking.
I
poor
came here
idea
because
was-
I was lonely.
All right, so we'll do it.
I'll always be there for you, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. See, I am allowed back every week.
I vault.
Remember Hoveland Radio?
Yeah, I do. It was chaotic. All right, But at least this time, you don't have to pretend to call me Rick Gold and call me constantly Ian.
You mean fail to?
Failed to call me Rick Gold. That's right.
Can we have segments?
We can have segments.
Yes.
If you
theme
want to.
songs.
You give me the
And motion
inserts.
graphics.
You do the motion graphics. You give me the inserts. I'll plop them in every week for Adam Landry.
Who would
Lands.
win against Adam Time is making a comeback. I learned some new moves since last time.
No, that's just lovely.
I got a theme song that'll fit any of Adam's segments too. I just thought it was just like Adam Landry has an idea for a segment that's happening right now.
Yeah, and that could like placehold all until I come up with a new one. That wouldn't tie me down so much. To segments I mean to do. I just do whatever I want. If it happens to be one that I've already got planned, great.
Oh, what just happened to the show?
In our schedule, we're just gonna have one giant question mark somewhere in the middle.
All right, so, well, looks like we're at the end, but it's not the end for the three of us. God help us all.
Unless one of us dies. Or all of us. Or two of us.
What do you think Tinder is?
What do you mean?
One of us dies.
Well, you never know.
I thought he meant the show.
Be thankful we convinced us to change away from St. John because, you know, you could go on a Tinder date here in St.
I
John
think
and
the
never
actual
be
rule
seen
should
again.
be you're able to go out to St. John. Because if Brian doesn't want to do that, he shouldn't have to. But I think but then you could use that to your advantage. You go to Toronto, or a big, like a big city, you're gonna have way more results.
I actually
a lot
had
more swipes.
the best Tinder conversation in Toronto when I was there once, which ended with, and I wish I was able to act on it, because she's like, you know what I like to do? I like to go out and do a big field in the middle of whatever park it was out there, I can't remember the name of it, and read poetry naked.
And what poem did she read you?
That doesn't sound safe.
Oh, I had to make a judgment call on that one. I think I chose probably wisely, because that's some serial killer type shit. It's either the hottest thing ever or the end of my life.
Could have been a little of both. Could have been the hottest thing ever, and
then you died from a heart attack.
I love it. All right, so that's it for us this week. We'll see everybody again next week. And I guess all I can say is, I'm Ian Esty. This is
Brian Godsoe.
And that is
Adam.
And this is now
Ian and Brian.
No, let's just call it this. Ian and Brian. What's your guys' name of it?
Ian and Brian have to do this.
And then at the end of it, we'll put, plus it's Adam's show, too.
Ian and Brian have to do this.
Well, it's Ian and Godsoe, actually.
That's right. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Get it right.
Ian and Godsoe
Have to do this.
And also, I'm here with Adam.
What have we done?
Is that a cut?
Oh, sure, why not?